Hello, hello, everybody. I'm hoping that the music doesn't get picked up too much. Yeah, there we go. I have the music not on my headphones, so I could actually probably take my headphones off. Maybe my head won't get as hot. How is everybody today? I'm getting there. How's it going, Creepy? Indeed. Alright, I need to make a purchase, so I'm going to hide that. Okay, why are they only offering me for gems? I'm okay with gems, but... Hello, Toasty. Mark, Perry, Creepy. Really only get attacked once? Oh no. A couple of times. Nice. Beats the defense, or beat the offenses though. Wow, obliterated the offense. Holy crap. This is Honage. Let's see what that battle looked like. Oh yeah, they didn't even get to take a turn. I have problems seeing the profile pic. What is it? Really small for me, and I can't really make it bigger. Holy crap. So two attacks, a combined damage. Oh, geez, yeah. Two attacks or two defenses with the combined damage that the enemy team was able to do of 117 against my defense. That's pretty funny. Okay, yeah, this team makes sense. I don't know how his Ponty survived. I gotta watch this one. How's everybody doing today? Having a good weekend so far? Okay, so his Ponty only survived because I didn't get a chance to attack. That makes sense. My Arya, why did you, oh, you just got it offered? You didn't buy it, right? My Arya has, well, she's missing 2 runes. It has 14,000 attack. I think with the runes, she was somewhere around 20, something like that. Stamina, summons, VIP. Right. And I got that haircut that I desperately needed today. Starting to get wings off the side. Wait, what the shit? Oh! Oops. I was trying to get that family win. Yep, I am about to get riggedy wrecked. Although, well, yeah. I was just helping out a friend. I logged on to his account, and so I had that set up, and I was running this exact same team. I didn't even think about it. You want to focus primarily on, if you're doing defense or offense, you can go like 2/3 defense or 2/3 offense, and then about 1/3 skill. The skill adds up pretty quickly. If you can get to like 8 or 10,000 skill, you're doing good. I mean, you can get her higher, but you're really going to start sacrificing her regular offense or her defense. If probably not, because you're 20 random hero tokens. First of all, that's basically like $1 per legendary token, which I don't think is a very good deal. Also, what if you got 20 Bramble tokens, or 20 Igorok tokens, or something like that? Like, if you got 20 Grandar tokens, or 20 Rayla tokens, or 20 tokens that you needed, sure, but you're taking a risk, and I wouldn't do it. If you got more than just 100 raid token or 100 raid tickets, that might not be terrible. But even then, like, if you think about the Aether that 100 raid tickets would take to get, or the gems that 100 raid tickets would take to get, I mean, you're looking at 10,000 or 15,000, something like that. Yeah, and I wouldn't do it. Hey, Press, how's it going? I would wait until there was a better deal to spend like that. Yeah, I took a shave to the face and gave myself a haircut. And I don't have the headphones on. My head gets hot after a while with the headphones on for too long, so I'm trying it out this way. You want to replace like all of that health with skill where you can. The attack is fine, defense is low. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, I would get rid of, I don't know what runes you got, but I mean, a lot of that health, her basic health is probably around like 20,000 typically. So if you've got 30,000 health, you've got way too much health compared to, like, you should have, if you're going defensive, you want to make sure you've got a tank rune on her. and you have a Guardian rune on her. And then the rest you can do like skill slash defense. If you're going offense, she should probably have somewhere around 12 or 14,000 attack. And then a whole bunch of skill. Like 10 or 12,000 skill. Yeah, when I had the headphones on, you can't see how bushy my hair was getting. I mean, you can see it some, but you couldn't tell just how bushy it was getting. I definitely needed a haircut. Nice. Excellent. I'm glad to see that. Hopefully people can get her start up now, or him start up now. Nice. Did you hit the threshold? Solaris is definitely a must-have. You can get by without Grog for a little while, but Solaris is a must-have. So, nice. So what you do, Jonah, is you're gonna lose some materials potentially, but you won't lose the gems. You make sure you go into the rune, you tune it like once so you can see what that fourth stat will be, or that the third stat will be good at least, and then you can get it. But the fourth stats really tend to not be too bad. But I mean, I get not doing it too. Hey, Ekwan. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. Been doing okay? A wet one? No, but I like the cut of his jib. I know Rhino Bill. Rhino Bill is in Wrath. The axe. Oh, nice. Like friends of them in real life? Or just you got them on your friends list? Ah, okay, well. Thanks for saying hi, and it's always good to have you at least around. Definitely don't be afraid to join in on our shenanigans and reindeer games. You can run Rayla with a Foresight rune, Zulk, Archon, and Alice. Or Zulk, Archon, and Jin. Like, you really don't have to have Zulk necessarily, or he doesn't have to go first. But that team looks like this. Hey, Vendung. Good night, late. It's not like this one was scheduled or anything like that. I just figured while I was doing my grind today, I would go ahead and stream. I am in Skynet now. How about now? Or let me check here. How about now? That should be a little better. Yeah, I changed my setup. Normally I've got everything going through the headphones. Now I've got stuff going through the computer and the speakers instead, so cool. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I mean, I have no real good way of checking the levels. Oh, I didn't want to use this team again, damn it. Nice hat, Chuck. Oh, too funny. Oh, cool. I'm assuming that was a autocorrect for Evo. Just click on them when it you're in the hero screen and it says what Evos you need to send your hero. Click on them, it'll pull up the list of dungeons. Just go to one of those dungeons and spam. Yeah, well, so the story there is that it's two separate things. I left Wrath. That was one event, and I joined Skynet, which was another. They are not directly related. It just happened to be that left Wrath, joined Skynet separately. But I did not leave Wrath for Skynet. Left Wrath. Skynet was the pretty much obvious choice since I'm friends with so many people in Skynet. So. But I want to make sure that nobody thinks that, oh, Creepy stole Gravy away from Wrath or whatever. No, it was two separate events. And I still like everybody in Wrath, too. It's not like there's anything horrible or drama or anything, so it is all good, all the way around, all the time. I mean, one of my best buddies in the DB community is, well, several of my best buddies in the DB community are still in Wrath, so one of them is even watching the stream. Yeah, I mean, they're all good people. Definitely no issues, no complaints. It was a really chill guild. Yeah, well, I mean, it's an event. I mean, not like I'm anybody actually important, but in terms of the DB community, a lot of people know who I am, so a lot of people are surprised by it or have the question, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. I don't mind telling people just to make sure that they don't make any improper assumptions or think that there's anything catastrophic or terrible going on. I mean, Wrath is still doing well in the event and everything else. I mean, why do I keep running with this team? Yeah, well, this one, the other one rates is better, but yeah, this one is still good. Alright, changing teams. Yeah, this one is just a little faster and a little more reliable. Like, it's really good with, in case Arya pops back up out of the pit or something like that. You got Valken there for that, plus he has the follow-up attacks and everything. And he survives quite a bit. So just make sure you have the foresight rune on Alice there, and everything is good. So it's actually, when Lily is Oak, she gets massive, like 90 or 95% damage reduction while she's in that form. And she can't get purged out of it. She's immune to debuffs and everything like that. Which is why my Archon can still sometimes one-shot her. Just because my Archon has so much damage penetration. What's Archon on defense? Plus, when she would die normally, she goes back into Oak form, gains 25% health. So, yeah, Firene's been rocking it. Firene, get me the lube, as he's up there as XXX swag boss, whatever. Creepy's at number 1. I was somewhere in the 20s. I'd probably drop down. I'm betting... Wait, who has the mark? Who the hell has... Somebody's got the... Doesn't tell you who has... I'm betting that Jhin has more attack power than Rayla does. And I was right. Today's not terrible. how many tickets are you or trophies do you have to today, Creepy? Man, it's 4 p.m. my time. You've got to be at like what, 150,000. I'm not changing my teams up this weekend. I'm just doing one of those 2 teams. Like there's like 3 teams that I'll do because I know they're gonna win. But I'm just rapid firing through this. Next week, I mean, the Shade team, you could put Shade in instead of Valken here. But that's gonna be probably the strongest Shade team you can assemble. Yeah, I'm not making changes right now because I'm just going for the daily threshold to the event. Jeez. I was joking that at 150k, but the fact that you're at 160 is pretty friggin' funny. You are a machine. I just wouldn't have the patience to do it that long. Chuck, if you're watching, that's what I meant about using the S2 when she's in poke form. Mainly damage, and having an extra demon on the team makes Zulk fast. So of the demons, the choices of demons, I mean, you could run Pygmeus, or you could run... No, just the fact that Zulk, if there is at least one other demon on the team, he goes from normal speed to fast speed. And she does good damage, too. And she's a warrior, so having... Archon gets extra energy for having other warriors on the team, so this team is 4 warriors. I think you should go grind Skyrim again. Are you doing the VR Skyrim? Yeah, the Archon Epic is pretty big. What's the, just out of curiosity, Aquan, what's the attack power on your Archon right now without the Epic? Because, I mean, that's a 30% boost, so you should be getting like 6,000 if you're around 20k from the Epic. Gotcha. I was just helping Chuck D get his Archon in order. He's 5-star, or no, his Archon is 6-star. Yeah, at 6-star, you should be pretty close to 20k with that, if not a little over. So that should be great. Yeah. Yeah, because you'll get about another 40%. So that's, what? 40% would be at about another 6k, so you'd be up around 22, 23. And then, once you get the Epic, that'll be another 30%. You always go down one rank every week, and then you go back up. So you must have, maybe you're right on the edge of 2 weeks. So to beat Shade and Ponty, to beat Ponty especially, you can take Kai and do his second ability first, and that'll make all of the area effect damage that Ponty does also do that damage to his own team, and then take Arya against that, and Oak Lily, and like just another survivable hero, I mean Hansuke or something like that. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, I love that Leo Solaris team. That was on a basic attack. That was actually a small hit. My Malice, my, what's his name? Archon, and my Jin. And matter of fact, sometimes other heroes too, but they'll hit for just obscene amounts of damage. Yeah. I don't know that I've ever seen 1,000,000, but... I'm not quite sure how 1,000,000 was possible. Not in regular PvP. I mean, several 100,000, absolutely. I've seen 300,000 or 400,000, but I've never seen anybody do damage in PvE higher than that. Or in PvP higher than that. PvE, yeah, I mean, I've hit for 50 million, but... Or 50.2 or something. That was actually the damage cap. Yeah, I mean, I could even do it on the test server. Just throw a level 1 hero up there too, but... Freaking evasion, Jesus. I haven't gone through an Evo dungeon in probably about 8 months. Hell, I just hit for 350k there. Nice. Douchebaggery. Alright. Hey, Effrey, how's it going? I'm doing well. Had a nice steak for breakfast and relaxing. Grinding out my PvP. Oh, shield piercing. I had a 8-ounce sirloin with 3 skewers of grilled shrimp. Hey, Dominic. Before, in the past, I wasn't, but as of yesterday, I started. Because I was able to put a Foresight rune on Malice, so I don't need to have Shade in there anymore. So putting Valken in here is very, very helpful. Yeah. Just message Starscream. Let him know. Or talk to Crow, or talk to K-Drod, or somebody. Blinky, Hawker. Valken was never truly, like, horribly nerfed. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? I mean, he was... Some of his overpoweredness was reduced. That's it. He's still very, very useful. Only dwarves do what now? Yeah, only dwarves get the epic. When he procs an epic, they're the only ones that get haste. But I'm not using it for the haste. I'm using him because of his damage and his utility. But no, I mean, and it really wasn't that big of a nerf either. It was just making it reasonable. It was getting out of hand before. I think so, yeah. I considered putting 2 on Malice. I might still do that, but generally, even if she does a basic attack for me, it's okay. Like, I've got shield piercing on her. A lot of times against Lily, I'll just use a basic attack. Yeah, I mean, I've used Valken for a number of things, especially on this team because he's a warrior. So all 4 of the heroes here are warriors, which means Archon is getting the bonus, and they're getting a bonus from being a warrior. If you throw Astrid on the team, it gets even more so. I got the shield piercing just for the shield piercing rune. And where did I get the rune? It was from an event or from the store during an event. I don't know for this. I don't know. I don't even know if they did last time. I didn't pay a whole bunch of attention to it last event. Alright, Vendung. If you have to, that's totally cool. Lily was actually still in oak form. That was just my mistake. Alright, normally I would skip this defense, but it's hazard, so I'm going to beat him. Arya and Arya. Oh. Alright, take care, Vendung. Thanks for coming out. I haven't had the success with Plan D that you have. This works pretty much every single time for me. Conti's is definitely really good. Oak Lily is really good. The only one that's not any good is Drax. Even the Hensuke one is still good. I forgot about Ice Bloom in this case, but it really won't matter. Yep. How did Arya get rezzed? Not that I'm upset. Oh yeah. I haven't had mine die in oak form so much, at least not that I've seen, but I've killed plenty of them. Oh, Leo came up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't paying attention to the fact that Leo got rezzed and died right away. Nerf Ice Bloom, seriously. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, there we go. That's all. Because I'm not using Arya primarily. Arya cannot counter aversion. Well, she can counter somebody that has an aversion rune on them. Like counter attack. But she can't ignore aversion as a targeted attack. Aversion is supposed to be the opposite of taunt, so... Hey Jester, how's it going? So like if you were able to target somebody, like if you have taunt on one hero and another hero attacks Arya, that hero can still get countered even though there's taunt over here, so it's the same principle, just in reverse. Yeah, Creepy, I'm not sure why, but I've lost almost every battle I've tried to use with your Plan D team against that defense. Do not know why. But I did like 7 or 8 battles and I won like 1. He takes time off from work for these events. Plus he lives in his car. So, I mean, he doesn't have to go very far or anything like that during the day. Grandar is extremely useful. I'm just not using him right now. I could throw him on this team instead of Valken, but Valken's a better hero for this spot. But he's good on Arya teams, definitely. And he's good on, like, real defensive teams, like stuff with Lily and Jumbo and stuff like that. He's still useful. Ooh. Hey, no problem, Bink. How's it going? I'm not going to be trying out teams like that today. But next week I can. After the event. I'm just not switching teams up during the weekend. Or during the guild event. Hi, Toast. Take care, Sir Toasty. But I mean, the team is definitely solid. Would probably get rid of Emily, though. Replace her with somebody that's doing more damage instead of trying to res. Or use Solaris. It's cool. Alright, Press. Welcome back. It's quite alright. He'll be at 1 million or more before the event is over. The world record? I don't know. World record for this event is currently 641,108. Well, that's not during a guild event, is it? Yep. Love my steak for breakfast. Every Saturday. Meet with a friend and his wife. Go to a steakhouse. I get up around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday. Crystal meth, I think, is what Creepy uses. Actually, a lot of times it'll be a combination of crystal meth and cocaine. And then a little bit of ephedrine to bring them down a little bit. Kind of cut the edge off. I mean, Echo's not bad. I don't recommend him always. Like, I don't use him as much as other people do, but it really depends on your roster and which heroes you got and what strategy works for you. If it works, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So you have no shortage of those just from my personal or private messages, right? I wish I had a dime for every time somebody in a nameless or guild that'll be remain nameless said something negative. I would be rich. I didn't say a name or anything like that. I'm not calling anybody out. Just commenting on the behavior. Now, GravyTrain After Dark comes on Sunday, and that's Creepy and my webcam show. Although, wait a minute, if I should stop that right now, because I forgot Creepy will take that well beyond PG, so we'll just stop that there. It's combos time. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm getting riggedy wrecked. Hopefully it wasn't anybody. Okay, that's fine. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, okay. I'm not ashamed to listen to a PA. I just didn't pay attention that that was a Rayla team, or I would just skip it. You can brag, that's fine. If I can make somebody look good to their friends, then I'm okay with that. Well, Firene is in PA, so... In fairness, though, yeah, I have no problem with anybody in PA. I get along with Oracle, I get along with everybody that I know there, so it's not an issue. Pay Army, unless you're talking about Swartz Rock, yeah. No, I mean, if I could have gone to PA, I'm sure as well. I talk to Frank Allen all the time. He's a real cool dude. And in fact, if anybody wants to brag about beating my defense, it's him. He beats it more than anybody. I know some. I mean, I get along with pretty much everybody, so I'm not trying to be anything that I'm not. Like, I just like the game, I like people. I like, as long as you're not super negative all the time, you're good in my book. Like I said, there's a good number of people in this community that are, like this particular community, that are part of JL, if I remember correctly. I don't remember everybody, but there's quite a few. I don't even know that there's any official. Iris is a great tune. Iris needs a friggin' epic. I would be so happy to see that. I can go for Ella. Ella should have a chance to, like, proc a charm on a basic attack. Oh, that's fuel, not feeders. Yeah. Maybe. It's hard to say. Hard to know what they're gonna do. They don't give us any warning. Ooh. That would be OP as fuck. I mean, let's think about this. Annihilation Beam purges all buffs and debuffs and does 90% of their existing health. Not as an attack, as damage. It just sets their health to 10% of their current. I mean, oof. And 10% of their current max health. And, ugh. That would be ridiculous. With a 1% chance to proc, that would be ridiculous. If there was a chance to do a random Annihilation Beam, then okay. Or a chance where the Annihilation Beam would come first and then a basic attack, so she could actually, like, one-shot somebody. Okay. But not AE. AoE. Oof. Because I would have, like, 5 enablers on her if I had to. Alright, I need to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back in just a moment. Alright, everybody. I am now back. I need some light because it's getting darker. And a wild Dottie appears. What? Say hi to the stream. What? What? What are you saying? You say to everybody. Can you guys hear her? Oh, I know what's wrong. Hold on, important matters. There's no fresh cold kitty water. Alright, so I am back. And we had El Gato moment. That's right. That's Dottie. For anybody that hasn't met her, she is the cat that constantly sleeps on my feet. Oh, wow. Here, come here, Gracie. Come on. Come here. This is an epic kitty moment. Hold on. It's fine. You're fine. Come on. Over here. Aw. This is Gracie. You wanted to come visit too. This is my little love bug. She couldn't be happier being like right here curled up underneath my chin. Yeah. This is epic moment. Yeah. This one is the older of the two. You see, say hi to stream. Say hi to stream. Abe missed it again. Yep. He'll watch it on a replay though. Yeah, that one's like 10 or 11. That's Gracie. And Dottie is about 8 or 9 now. 8, something like that. I've had both of them since they were just like teeny tiny, hold them in your hands. Gracie was a little bigger, but not much. Or like, she didn't grow too much. But Dottie, literally, you could hold her in her hand, hold her in your hand. She would curl up on your shoulder and suckle on her foot until you had this big puddle of like cat drool on your shirt. I'm gonna lose this battle, maybe. Why didn't Archon follow up? Oh yeah, I've lost this battle. That's a rare one that I lose against a non-Rayla team. I know OMG too. He used to be in Wrath and then went and joined SWG. Or SWA, for Alpha, Gold, I don't remember. One of them. So how's everybody's weekend? I know I've asked some of you, but I don't know who all is just lurking and watching, which is completely cool, or how many people may have joined that I didn't know about. Anybody doing anything cool this weekend? I'm doing good. I was saying earlier, I had a steak for breakfast. Got to do a little bit of driving, and yeah, nice. Done for the summer. Done with for the summer, or done for good? Like, are you graduating, or you just have one more year? Nice. Cool. And here she goes to sleep on my feet. That cat is my baby. The one that I showed, probably, like, Rayla, Archon, Zulk, and Jin. And otherwise, like, Rayla, Deadeye, like, Ponty and Jin, or something like that. Since Rayla teams started becoming more and more popular, I haven't used her as much. Mostly because they're not very good against other Rayla teams. Oh, use my hero. Thank you. Yeah, I try to rotate through as many of the people on my friends list as I can. But, I mean, I really realistically only run like one manual dungeon a day, so... And I'm sure there's people I haven't gotten or whatever, so... I try, though. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep people on my list as long as they hit me like once a week, something like that. I mean, and that's just because I like to keep a little bit of spare slots so that new people that join the stream have a chance to, because people like to have me on their friends list or stuff like that, so I just periodically prune if it is like 10 days or more without using the hero. Not because I particularly care, but because it's... Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not really worried about the keys, per se. I just need some mechanism, and that's an easy way to prune. And then if I have a couple of people that I pull off the list, then that frees up for the new requests coming in. And I don't generally take people that are low level. Like, I get a lot of requests just from random people, I think, because I get suggested. Or they see me on leaderboards or something. So, like, level 6s or level 11s, crap like that. So I tend to stay, like, 70 plus. But, yeah, other than that, I mean, I really don't worry too much about it. And then there's always, like, guild mates or friends and stuff that I try to keep on there, but like I said, it's important to some people, so I like to keep it rotated through. Now, I feel like I should remember what your character's name is in game, and I'm drawing a blank. Unless you're Kaiser. You're not Kaiser, no. Kaiser was somebody else. Or, I'm sorry, Vampire. Were you Vampire? I remember somebody that it would have turned out to be Vampire that I wasn't aware of yesterday. It's just really hard. I'm terrible with names, and it's bad enough trying to remember like a YouTube name or like a Discord name, which are not always even the same, and then an in-game name. It's like, my brain melts. Well, I talk to you a lot, Presto, so I know, or Press. I talk to you a lot, so I mean, I know who you are. And people that I talk to a lot. Oh, OMG, okay. That makes a lot more sense. So I just beat your defense a little bit ago. Yeah, you were in Wrath, and then now you're in SRG or something like that. Yeah, it's hard for me not to call you Presto, because that's what the Press 2, I always think Presto, but yeah. But yeah, you were literally like, before I went to the restroom, I think, Mark, you were my, one of my targets. Ben Cooley, okay. Yeah, I mean, and if you regularly are on the stream and have told me your name, I'm much more likely to remember it. But it's like, people will pop up that aren't here all the time or something like that. Like, I know Firene is Firene, and I know who Abe is, and stuff like that, or Stigmata, or people that have been around since, like, the very beginning. But, yeah, it's always good to know if I come across somebody in game too, because then if I fight your defense, sometimes I'll record them and post them or that kind of thing. So Yeah, he inherited that account, so he didn't create the username, and I don't know why he didn't just ask to change it, but I mean, it's memorable. Actually, yeah, let's see where we're still on the list. Yep, there you are, Mark. You have to submit a support request, and it'll take up to 7 days, sometimes a little more, depending, but yeah, it can be done. I've changed a guild name, I've never changed my username. Oh, you're welcome to revenge it. I'm fine if you beat me, I don't care. If you don't want to risk it, I get that too. I get a lot of people that just don't attack my defense. I wish more people would. Because most of the time, the people that do attack it are the ones that are absolutely capable of beating it. So I only get, like, I get a really crappy defensive record. Because people are like, oh crap, it's Gravy, and they won't attack. Even if they could probably beat it. Well, yeah, I mean, my defense tends to get, and this is going to sound cocky, and it's not meant to be, but people talk about my defense. Like, oh, I just beat, I mean, you'd say, like, people pop up in guild chats, oh yeah, I just beat Gravy's defense, oh, what did you use, blah, blah, and then all of a sudden, I've got this entire guild, when they come across my account, just uses whatever it is to beat me and stuff like that. So I change it up pretty regularly. Plus, I experiment a lot. Like, I'm trying to see what works and stuff like that. So I try to keep people on their toes, or if, God forbid, if somebody attacks me and I post the replay, I hadn't gotten hit so many times in one day in forever when I posted the one that, it was MSP 4444. I posted his replay and my defense got hammered. And it was like loss. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I changed it up. Use Leo, Solaris, Arya, and Lily against that defense, and you should win. I mean, that's what I would use if I was seeing it and attacking it. And that kills friggin' Jim. I am never at risk of having cold feet. Honestly, it's hard for me to put an idea out there. Especially since I know what the heroes in the pipeline are. Or at least what one of them is, so... maybe an even better monster or something like that. Go into the pit just cause. Cool. Best water hero. I will have to think about that. Let me look at the list of... Technically, Igrok is like a mage tank. Alright, let's see. Element, water. the best blue heroes is going to be... My Iris is all attack. And an aversion rune. Falcon, Tai, Zola, and probably Theron. I mean, the blue heroes, the water heroes, are more support-oriented, but Zola is badass. Like, Zola brings it. Ice Pick kind of brings it. Takumi kind of brings it. Ragnog kind of brings it. I mean, they're none of these are really supposed to be exceptional heroes, I think. Like, the fire heroes are either really good, like Archon and Zulk or Soul, or like really bad, like Her or Rogar or whatever. Creel brings it if he's on a team with Gorgons. He actually does. Throw a couple of like 3 or 4 reptile runes on him, and it's gross. Absolutely gross. Yeah, but Nim with Rayla isn't really all that good, but she doesn't do enough damage. If you're actually more likely to be useful with her with like Ignis and Ember and stuff like that. Yeah, Creel with Gorgons, reptiles, is really good. What I would do often would be I'd run Zola, Viperia, well, I guess do it this way, Zola, Viperia, Krex, or Creel and Krex. And now I would do like, well, yeah. Big thing is you want to have as many Gorgons as you can in that configuration. I think he's at his friend's birthday party or his brother's birthday party, so definitely Julius is among them. Overlord Executum is pretty bad, but he's not the worst. I mean, the heroes that I hate the most are Julius, Gortusk, Hopper, like, most of the goblins right now are just really bad. Who else is just terrible? Dagon is pretty bad. Julius is terrible. Demus is pretty bad. Yorick is pretty damn bad. Tsumi is kind of meh. He's useless. He's kind of useless. He's definitely useless. He's pretty useless. He's definitely useless. Augustus is pretty useless. Squinchy is pretty useless. And the rest are all serviceable. Yeah, I mean, he's got... I can't even remember now. One of his abilities isn't bad. Like, his taunt is decent or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, hey MQ. Yeah, I mean, it kind of crosses over, but nobody uses Go Ball right now either, even though I like them. Falcon is there for Arya in case Arya pops back up. He's there for just good solid damage that never misses. He's good for leading and having the follow-up attacks. He's got shield piercing on him, and he's a warrior. So we get warrior bonuses and things for, you get the extra energy with Archon and that kind of thing too, without having to have a festive on him. But I mean, he's just a strong hero. I could have probably put Drac in there as well. I think Drac would do real well in that spot. Hensuke would do real well in that spot. Falcon's Epic is it procs for damage and then gives dwarves haste. It doesn't give everybody else haste anymore. But yeah, I mean, I could throw Drac in there. I could throw a lot of different heroes in there. But he's just solid. He can take a hit. He does good damage. He brings a lot of utility. Like if I need to freeze a group, I've got freeze. If I need to eventually get haste. But the follow-up attacks too is just awesome. So it's just a lot of value. He's a high value hero. I mean, I could put Arya on this team, but I kind of want somebody with perfect striking. So I mean, Kai would actually be decent for this team. Matter of fact, I'm tempted to give Kai a try. I don't know that he's going to give more value though, or I could put Iris. I agree. I've told the devs that Deadeye should have perfect strike. Let's see who else would be decent. Jumbo would actually be decent for that spot. Abigail would actually be really good for that spot. Jabber would be decent. Grognog. I mean, Takumi. Furnace. Rondar. Takumi's not bad. I could put Iris in there, Koros in there. Could put Astrid in there. Arrow could actually be fun. No, that's not a cruel joke. Takumi is a solid hero. He's not an A hero, but he's like a B hero or B or a high C. He's still serviceable. Not terrible. Not by a long shot. Now, seems and is are not the same thing. I could actually put... Ooh, there's a thought. I could put seafood. I like that idea. He's got an assassin rune. He should also be honor bound, in my opinion. I'll throw Guardian Rune, we'll make him tough. Fine. I could throw a tank on him. Yeah, his epic is good, and I mean, his abilities are decent, and especially on an honor bound team, he's great. But I wouldn't throw him on just any team. What is a blue all about making him honor bound? I mean, he's like an honor bound type hero. I think he'd be good honor bound. Well, if that's the case, let's actually not put the Guardian on him. Yeah, but it's on Jin. My Jin has 607. It's the attack version of the Unbreakable Heart. I guess I can just keep the Guardian on him. That's fine. It'll balance him out pretty well. Yeah. I mean, I'll try this. If it doesn't work, I'll switch back to Falcon. The idea is good, though. The fact that it does some heals and yeah, well, I got one for the last event, but I have them on other heroes. That's the problem. Like, that's how my Archon has 27.5k attack, and yeah, it was the last one. I got that light festive, which is on it's either on my Archon or it's on my Jin. I think it's on my Archon. Did I? Yeah, that rune is nice. That was worth fighting for. I think it was me, Willful, and Paco got one. And that was it. I can get elite Unbreakable Hearts, but the Unbreakable Hearts typically are defense or health as the primary stat. There's almost no Unbreakable Hearts with the defense with an attack stat. That's attack, defense. They were only released around Christmas time or the holiday time. During the calendar events, they were at door number... I think they were just in door number 1 or 2, something like that. And because of some glitches, well, you can reopen the doors, and then they had another glitch where the whole calendar got reset. And I was able to open both of those doors a second time, so I actually have 4 of those runes, which most people don't. I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but it allowed me to open it 4 times. I don't even know what happened in that battle. Did I win or did I lose, or what happened? I totally wasn't paying attention to what the hell I was doing. Like, I literally have no memory of that battle. And I'm assuming I won, but... yeah, I mean, that's... I'm playing the game, and I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm enjoying the talk, so... Oh, I need to get a festive on him, actually, now that I think about it. I need 2 festives on him. Alright, now I won that battle. I literally had no memory of it whatsoever. Must be an attack-based Lily. Or your Pollen Cloud. Yeah, maybe he didn't have runes on his Zom either. Hey Grady, how's it going? That works. And be funny if everybody put train after their names. Start a trend or a train. Alright, that should do it. Where am I at for the day since I'm out here? Oof. That's no bueno. I don't know if I, well, what's the reward for the threshold today, too? Is the rune decent? I'm gonna run, but I'm not gonna spend my whole weekend doing dungeon boss. I have gone well past the minimums, and I'll do more tomorrow too. But I'm not sure that I'm going to do 50k today. An elite. I've got actually a number of those, so I'm not too worried about that. But really wish I didn't have to worry about the music being royalty flagged. What I need to do is they've got a list of all the songs that you're allowed to play on YouTube that are copyrighted, and I was starting to work on it, but building up a playlist of all those songs that were songs that I liked, but unfortunately they're not all that common either, like for the stuff that I like. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Maynard James Keenan. And even then, it doesn't matter because a lot of the it's the algorithms that flag it, and a lot of times they won't even check or follow up. I mean, there is some decent, popular music that is available. And then, there's stuff I could play, like Kraftwerk or some things like that that are available too. I started building a playlist, but trying to find stuff in their listing, you can't just browse. I mean, you kind of browse, but it's not sorted. There's no real good way to sort the list or whatever, so... And some of them you can use, but you have to leave an attribution. Some of them you're able to do, some you're able to do with a color. I only have so many stations. I mean, I'm into trip-hop if I'm into anything that's hip-hoppy, but their hip-hop station is kind of eh. What is NCS? Oh, in terms of yeah, I got what you're saying. Hello, Daniela. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, this stuff isn't terrible. Or the background stuff, whatever. See, I'm not a big Freddie Mercury fan, so that wouldn't be... I mean, I don't dislike him. I'm just like... If I hear Bohemian Rhapsody one more time, it'll probably drive me crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to just play some Massive Attack or some Tricky or Portishead or like stuff along those lines. I'd also love to be able to play some Tool or a Perfect Circle or Pussifer or Deftones. Oh. Yeah, I mean, as far as hip-hop, the only things that I really got into were, well, the thing is, it doesn't have that many stations, and there's a lot of overlap, but the variety of the music is decent, the quality of the music is decent, it's cheap, it's like $2 or $3 a month, and it's geared, like, they have different selections or different, like a Venn diagram where some stuff is okay on well, lo-fi hip-hop is actually, there's a lot of crossover with trip-hop too, so I mean, some of the tricky stuff or sneaker pimps or whatever can kind of get pretty lo-fi, but with Pretzel, they verify that everything matches both YouTube and Twitch and all that kind of stuff, so. Gotta wonder how many times a day Arya gets sent to hell. How many times a day Lily gets sent to hell. This cat, I swear. Well, I wouldn't be using Jin. I'd be using Valken in this team. I was earlier. I'm trying him out. I mean, he's got the haste. He's got damage or shield piercing. Sifu's got the moves. Well, Sifu hits hard and he hits multiple attacks, so. Yeah, and that's why I didn't do anything with, like, I didn't put a healing rune on him or anything either, but... But the fact that he gives haste also gives the evasion buff, and allows when I don't click the button properly, I can still banish Lily. There, his usefulness just proved itself. Dottie, thank you. Chico. curls up on my feet. And I'm like sitting on my legs, or like sitting cross-legged or something. My legs start cramping. I have to have her get up every now and again and change positions, or she'll walk out of the room and go get some food and then come back. Smog Slayer. Wow. Yeah, there we go. I mean, Craw was the last Dark Hero release, right? Yeah, and that was November, October, November. So in about 45 minutes, I'm going to head out to get some, well, lunch, dinner, or whatever it is at this time of day. Yeah, I mean, that could be cool. But yeah, so I'm about 45 minutes, and then I'm going to be done streaming for the day. I'll probably stream again tomorrow for a little bit, but I got a little bit of time yet today. Holy Moses. See, my Sifu's not so bad. Different kind of utility. What the hell is with Sifu? What do you mean, what the hell is with Sifu? Other than him kicking butt? Yeah. He's got, I mean, he's accurate hits and got shield piercing. So yeah, that's where I argue that he's actually viable. Although why in the world he didn't get an extra attack there? Kill him all, kill him all, kill him all, kill him all. Nope. Yeah, shit happens. I got defeated by the pink taco. Wildfire, that's right. Well, that's something that the Archon coming back to life without his energy. But yeah, that makes sense. I think that's probably what won that battle. Banish you. I think July of 2018 or 2018 called and wants their defense back. Oh look, they killed Kenny. Those bastards. Some of these lilies are also not very strong. He is Anteater 66. He is in Goblin Apocalypse. I mean, they're not a heavily competitive guild or anything. I mean, not everybody is in one. Or satiated Gorgons, that's right. That is correct, that's my bad. Somebody else was in Goblin Apocalypse, but even then, satiated Gorgons isn't heavily competitive. I mean, they're usually in the top 50, sometimes top 25. Not dissing satiated Gorgons by any stretch. Just saying, like, they're not a top guild. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll try this. You like lo-fi, we'll try this. And now you go to the bathroom. I would have thought you were sitting on the toilet playing, or had a catheter or something. Wearing a diaper. Alright, man. Have a good one. That, phrasing? Actually, now that I think about it, I think part of the reason Sifu is kicking so much ass against those heroes is, I think, I'll have to double check. I think that damn it, hold on. I have had my share. Not for many, many years, but I have had my share. I never got into opiates, though. That's what I'm doing. So I think this is why enemy that are guaranteed to hit, except if you're going up against RAF for some reason. They can't be reduced or mitigated, which means that no damage resistance, no armor, no anything like that. That's why Precise Rampage does so much damage against Lily and Furnace. And that's also why it bypasses Halves of Steel. See? Once again, Sifu proving his value. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the nature of addiction. I mean, just doing drugs every now and again is not that unhealthy. Doing drugs always, doing too much coffee every day, I mean, drinking too much beer, smoking too many cigarettes, smoking too much weed, whatever. Sifu with an epic would be, well, epic. Right. Everything counts in large amounts. Quote, Depeche Mode. Grabbing hands will grab all they can. That's probably a bug, yeah. He should not be able to do delete by example that way. That is correct. Are you noticing that that's the behavior? Because if that is the case, I'm going to right meow post that in MFG. And you're talking about the artillery to war artillery, right? And there are other valid targets at that time, correct? I'm assuming so, just want to make sure. Alright. It has been posted to chat. Yeah, and I mean, MFG isn't perfect by any stretch. Like, the people that are in there, I'm not perfect, Creepy's not perfect. But, I mean, we try and we have the best interest of the game itself at heart, so. And we all try to represent the people. Like, I try to make sure that I represent everybody. Like, I've probably done more advocating for free-to-play players than I have for anybody else, which is ironic. But they're the least represented in general, so. Yeah, but that is kind of crappy that it works that way. And it's the whole point of these runes is to reduce your ability to be attacked, and that just makes the entire team attack. No, a lot of them don't, and that's one of the reasons why I listen when the free-to-play players complain about things, and I try to take myself outside of my own head, and put myself into the situation of somebody like that, and see if A, is it a legitimate complaint, or is it just like a whine because they're not able to be as competitive for no money, or if it's a legitimate thing, like is this fair, or is it just? And yeah, I mean, I'll talk to you. I've got other people that I talk to. I mean, that's part of why I watch what goes on in chats and stuff too, is I see what people are talking about, and then, like I said, I try to frame my own head in there. And I'm fairly good at imagining myself in different situations, and I haven't been in this position in life my entire life. So, I mean, I've been having trouble scraping $5 together. I mean, I've had points in my life where, like, okay, I have $2, I can buy some milk to make dinner, I can buy gas, put gas in my car with that $2, or I could buy a pack of smokes for that $2. Like, I've been at that point in my life, not for a while, but I've been there. So, yeah, and some people just whine because they feel entitled or something like that. So I try to separate out that, like the entitled whining, versus the legitimate complaints. And then I try to advocate based on that. And I take a lot of the different complaints and try to identify the core of what's causing the problem. And, well, exactly. I mean, one of the guys in Skynet, NG, I mean, he's free to play. And he just kicks ass. So yeah, and hello, Poopy Oof. And that is, I'm trying to remember who Poopy Oof was. Was that Daryl? I don't remember for positive. Or maybe they didn't say who they were. But yeah, I try to balance all that stuff and take all that into account and try to represent everybody. And really, like, make sure that the problems get distilled down and sent to the devs as frequently and as quickly as possible. So in effect, I'm just trying to do my job. And stay true to my own principles or whatever. Or my own integrity or whatever the right word is. I appreciate that. I mean, some people may not think I am because I don't necessarily share their opinion all the time, but I think it would be either integrity or just principles, but yeah. You're still a little salty about which... Hey, Doomguard. How's it going? All sorts of new faces today. Oh. I don't know, talk to Abe. I mean, see, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of other guilds out there too, though, so... Well, I mean, but the values is what I'm representing, but the integrity to stick to those values or to stick to those principles is what I was going for. And hey, Chuck. Team's still working out for you? Well, find somewhere else. What level are you? I mean, if anything, talk to, Starscream and Wrath. I don't know, once you're at least above, like, level 60 or something like that. Okay, well then you got stuff going on then. Yeah, not everybody can have a hot body like me. Takes lots and lots of work. Alright, this chiptune, not so great right now. Let's try some chill. They just got riggedy wrecked. There you go. Well, you're not ever. He's in one of the potato guilds. You're just offering him advice. Nothing wrong with that. I don't even care if people say like they've got an opening or something like that. I don't want anybody coming in advertising. But I mean, if somebody's talking about it, I don't have any problem with somebody making a suggestion or whatever. Hey, Casey. How's it going, man? Good to see you. How are things there over in sunny England? Tired? Yeah, I know. It's a whopping 11. Nice. I'm glad you join us while you're doing some runs. Yeah, I've been streaming like every day since the thing started. Just figure if I stream while I'm doing my grind, makes the whole thing go that much faster, and then I get to stream more and hang out with people I like, so. What team are you using, Casey? Actually, I was just thinking there's another hero that might work well on this team. And I'm going to do a quick investigate after this. But I think Astrid on this team, in place of Sifu or Valken, would be decent, because I think she gives plus attack to all other warriors, so... No, I mean, Kai, I thought about Kai, but no, I think Astrid. I'm going to double check whether it's everybody else gets the bonus or she gets it. If you get the Foresight rune, Casey, you can eliminate Darius from that team and use somebody productive. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Like, the Aegis Shield to start means that you're going to have your Malice and your other heroes are going to be decent then, or they're going to survive the first hit. Honor-bound warrior and honor-bound allies start with an Aegis Shield. Allies gain 5% defense for each warrior or honor-bound ally. So it's defense, not attack, but still. And then off balance, paralyze. Hero gains haste, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're going to try this. I think she's runed up. And what are her stats? I'd say that defense is adequate. Astrid, all defense. So the big benefit for Astrid, I'll do a quick run through, but the Just to Scratch ability of Astrid is huge. So any melee attack gets this benefit. So any melee attack against her, she can basically ignore. And the higher her defense is, if it's higher than the enemy's attack, then she doesn't take any damage. Or she takes 1 point of damage. So yeah, you always go defense with Astrid. Yeah, I mean, with Rayla, it's not terrible, but yeah, I've actually got like 2 tank runes on her. 2 of the elite tank runes. Inhibitor rune, Guardian rune, and then a Festive. And then with her taunting too, she'll pull the attention away from the other heroes. This will probably work real well. Yeah, Astrid's a cool hero. Especially God against this team, she's devastating. If they got a chance to attack. Oh, how much is Foresight, Casey? The Foresight runes you can get an elite for 7,500, and you can get, and they're the green ones though. They're not as good, but they're decent. Yeah, that yell or whatever. He plays the My Little Pony Pleasure Palace. He's got like 3 max accounts already. Oh, that's his 3rd game that he's talking about there. She does like no damage at all, but she can absorb a shit ton. And she'll provoke and everything else too. So let me real quick show. I don't remember when or know when he asked. I guess not too long ago. Good. But Chuck has asked me to show my Sifu. And that's not code. So I've got Assassin Rune with the 2 attack. Festive Defense. Festive attack skill. Foresight Rune. Which I'm not even bothering to put on Astrid because she never does enough damage anyways. And an unbreakable heart. Hey, Swizzy Fro, how's it going? Still traveling today? Or was it you? I think it was you that's traveling, wasn't it? Yeah. I thought they were going to snoo, Casey. Weren't they all going to snoo? I could have sworn you said they were going to snoo. Nice. Not much, Casey. What's up? What's new with you? I either appreciate the fact that you went ahead with my joke, or I laugh at the fact that you fell for it. Oh, that was perfect. 10 for execution. Even stuck the dismount. Oh, it was good. No, that'd be sneak 100. Oh, boy. Oh, fun times. Yeah, it's funny too because I find so many dad jokes funny, and I'm the opposite of a dad. Like I don't want anything to do with kids or whatever. But yeah. I just love clever humor. I think a lot of times, like, the ingenuity of puns and finding weird associations for words and things like that, and weird ways to twist words is humorous. Oh yeah, Astrid on this team is kicking ass. Like, seriously, having that friggin' Aegis shield. I'm liking this one a lot. Well, let's see, because with Falcon, yeah, you're right, it seems definitely slower. With Falcon, like, it depends on the team we're going up against. Like, Falcon definitely did more damage, but he provided a little bit of less utility. If there was an Oak Lily as the only term, or is the only team that's really going to slow the offense down, and that's just because you have to wait for that, but, yeah. But for these teams, it seems to go pretty fast. I'm not relying on her for offense at all. But, yeah. Well, I don't take this team against Trail teams, so yeah. I mean, have them join the Discord, and they can ask everybody there. If I'm around, I'll answer it. If not, other people can. Yeah. So it seems like in general, yeah, I probably could. That's AoE, but you shouldn't be able to target. Because the problem with targeting anybody, and that's what I posted in chat, in MFG chat, Casey, is that you can use Valken and one of his AoEs, and hey Bink, and Random. Well, Bink's been around, but hey Random. Sorry, I'm getting confused as I'm talking to Casey. Well, you can use Valken, and if you can target them with the AE, then all of the follow-up attacks will target that hero. Alright, I reported that one too. There was in association with that issue, that corner. Now on this team, if Zulk was just fast without if Zulk was fast without anybody else, we could just take pretty much Zulk and Archon. I type pretty quickly, but I don't touch type. I pretty much, like, if you were to imagine playing a guitar, so you play guitar, you're not like thinking about every single key. It's all muscle memory as you're playing through the guitar and stuff like that. That's how I type. So I remember, my fingers remember the shape of the words, and yeah. Which is also why, as I've gotten older, I'll start, like, some of that muscle memory gets kind of screwy, and you'll see me type, like, the word have, and I'll flip-flop the A and the H, or a lot of times like that. No, it's not Pooper. Pooper is most definitely somebody else. I mean, I don't... You can burst that high. I would be surprised if you could continuously type that high. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. I've been typing for about 40 years. So, and I do it for a living. So, I mean, I'm pretty fast in general. But like I said, I'm muscle memory. I'm guitar soloing on the keyboard. And it's funny too, because I don't technically need to see the keys. With my head, I have to be in a position where I'm looking there. I mean, that's cool. It's definitely not unreasonable. I type in quick bursts, so... And that's generally how I'm programming and stuff too, like a quick line of something, or that's also why the way I type, you'll see like one thing. So. What's the wink wink about DB turning 4? That would actually be a decent rune. Would be one that protects you from energy drain. I don't mind it. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, he's been around for pretty much since the beginning. What I've heard, and I have no idea if it's even remotely true or anything else, is that he's independently wealthy and likes to play the game. So he doesn't get involved in chats very often. I mean, occasionally he will. Yeah, I mean, older than me. I've heard like 60s or something like that, or late 50s. Retired. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, is Cooper. But I mean, I respect the fact that he just plays the game and has fun. Yep. Doesn't go on the boards and cause a bunch of headaches. Not running his mouth, just plays, has a good time, does his thing. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I was using Rondar for a while, mostly because, I mean, he's a great hero to use as the friend hero, but a lot of people might not realize that, like, you get reflective plate from that S1, so... I mean, if they want to learn stuff about the game, I highly recommend they go watch my new player video, and then watch some of the other, like, intro videos about some of the concepts and stuff like that, and then join the GravyTraining Discord. And, yeah, that stuff, like, I'm so far removed from the new player that talking to some of the people that have made new accounts and stuff like that lately is... Yeah, exactly. Oh, the only one in that amount of time, yeah. I'm coming up on playing for a year. End of July. Yeah, I mean, all the links in my video. It's good to be on that stuff. And then remember that not everybody is as toxically angry as some of the people that are on there. But yeah, that new player video or new player kind of intro is, I think it's a good starting point. Doesn't answer every question ever, but it answers enough to get going, I think. She does so little damage. Alright, I'm going to stretch it for another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go get some lunch, dinner, dinner. That'll probably be breakfast. So I may do a little bit of grinding later, but I probably won't stream it. I will probably stream again tomorrow, though. Not promising 100%. I'd say there's 60% chance, maybe 70% chance that I stream tomorrow. Although I might start out doing some dungeon boss and then switch to another game or something like that tomorrow. We shall see. Yeah, brunch dinner. Alright, Press. Take care. Any good teams that don't involve Legend Adaries? Not a ton. So, heroes that you can use some bronze is going to be Jabber. Gorgons, yeah. Stone Fist is decent. Silver Heroes, Takumi, Black Diamond, Shadow Blade, Marrow, Balog, Hansuke, Hagram, Emily, Abby, Nitpick, Selwyn, Farrand, Dagrand. Like, the thing that you're going to be missing without having legendary teams is like the glue hero, like the Solaris for your beast team, or your Falcon for your dwarf team, that kind of thing. That's the biggest downside. But most of the gold heroes are definitely viable. Not Kozar, not Julius, not Dagon, not Gortusk, not Rocky, marginally Indigo. Most of the rest, though. So, yeah, Gorgons and Reptiles. Not Julius. Not Julius. I don't know. I don't know how Dagon's gold. He should be, like, silver at best. But... alright. Do a couple more battles, and then I'm gonna call it. I can't stand Hopper. He's so useless. I will not staffu on my own stream. Damn it. Julius should be worth a shit. It's not. Have you talked to Toasty? But it's all like low, it's moderate damage, like repeated. So I mean, that's the problem. Lately, the meta is all about spike damage. So you need to be able to do as much big damage in one hit as possible. And that's where Hopper is just really lacking. Like, he just doesn't have any significant damage. That's also the reason that health isn't as important now as it used to be. Agnon, definitely good. I mean, look at the meta spreadsheet. That'll give you an idea of who would be good to use. Julius and Gortusk. Dirk. Nub Nub. Bramble. Now I know you're just, like, trolling, so... And goodbye. That would be specious, if anything. Leo's S1 needs to be reduced. Oh, you mean the refresh. Gotcha. Yeah, he's kind of... You had to do diversity training? That's funny. Yeah, that is why you're allowed to talk about, or you're qualified to talk about minorities. That class is why. Oh, that's funny. Not everybody knows why it's funny, but it's funny. I mean, realistically, though, it makes sense that everybody, otherwise you're singling people out again, so everybody that has to do it shouldn't be everybody that has to do it. But this team, his team, whoever this is, not very strong. Most places know that. I mean, there's very few people that actually think that that's okay. It's just that the idiots that don't know have big mouths. Oh, that was Dave. Oops. Sorry, Dave. You're doing just fine there. Oh, Dave's a nice guy. I didn't mean to rip on his defense, but his attack power on that team is not very high. But you're not allowed to make jokes about accents. Nice. Like whether they use like an accent grave or an accent centrifuge or centra. I can't even remember the name of circumflex. Nice. The ironic part. Oh, I won't say. That's for Casey to decide. But yeah. Which comment? Oh, Furnace must be dead. Alright, this is irritating. I don't know for sure what the hell's going on here. Oh. Yeah, the timing wasn't ideal. Alright, that's another thing. Once a version is gone, it should be gone. It shouldn't be, oh, another valid target comes back and it's turned back on again. It should be that it just, the buff goes away. That's kind of lame. Alright. 3 more battles. That is not a bug. So the thing that aversion stops is it stops a hero from being a target of an attack. So like a random jump or something like that, that hero is not targeted. So, alright, Firene, have a great day. I will be gone here shortly as well, so. But yeah, they can't be targeted, just like if a hero is taunting and you hit them once with something that random can go off of them. It's the same principle. Alright, Casey. Thanks for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. Casey, check BFF chat before you go to bed. And I have my foot warmer again. Shouldn't matter though. Alright, one more battle. In a world where the last battle has come upon us, will Gravy stride forth victorious from this engagement? By the looks of it, yes, he will. I wish I could have tried, literally spent like 100 million gold trying to find Wagdog. Somehow he just is not in my pool of targets. I haven't seen Wagdog in ages, I haven't seen Creepy, I haven't seen Paco, I haven't seen Oracle, I haven't seen Zhao. I swear at this point it's gotta be based on total PvP trophies. Because that's the only reason. I mean, other than that, my roster power is the same. And I've got like approaching 3 million PvP trophies, but they've got like 7 or more. They've also been playing 4 times as long, but it negates the aversion. Alright. Well, thank you everybody once again for hanging out. Hit the like button as you're leaving, I'd appreciate it. Like I said, I will probably stream tomorrow. Like I said, about a 70% chance. So I'll let you guys know in Discord. Thanks for coming out. I always love hanging out with you guys. Wonderful evening. Be safe. Kick some ass. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks.